This is Linda Williams with Discover the Fire, and today we are talking to Master Wu. Master Wu was born in China and began practicing Qigong and Tai Chi at an early age. Inspired by the immediate strengthening effects of his practice, he committed himself to the lifelong pursuit of the ancient arts of internal cultivation. He has devoted himself to the study of Qigong, martial arts, Chinese medicine, Yijing science, Chinese calligraphy, and ancient Chinese music for over 30 years, studying with some of the best teachers in the field. Welcome, Master Wu.
First of all, I'm sorry that I do not have a stable internet connection, so we are not able to see each other through Skype, but we can use our internal camera and our Qigong visualization technique to picture us gathered in my tea house by the fire, share a pot of tea together.
That sounds wonderful.
So I grew up in a traditional fishing village in a remote area, China. There was no electricity, no piped water, no bus, no road. So we had a local tradition of spiritual cultivation. So I followed the local tradition. So frail as a child, I was inspired by the immediate strengthening effects of my Qigong and martial arts practice. So I committed myself to foundation technique. So also I never imagined that I would be a professional Qigong teacher when I started teaching Qigong in late 1980s. Practicing Qigong was just a part of my life, and teaching was a hobby to have fun. By profession, I was an aerospace engineer in China. So in 2001, my karma steered me to the United States of America to focus on teaching Qigong, Tai Chi, and Chinese calligraphy in a medical college. So since then, teaching became my profession.
Is there a particular style that you practice?
Yeah, I practice Wudang Dragon Gate style of Qigong, also Mount Hermes style Qigong, the Heart Method style of Xingyi internal martial arts, and also hidden immortal energy of Tai Chi Chuan.
Okay. What is the purpose of cultivating one's practice?
So the from the viewpoint of Taoist practitioners, the Taoist tradition is the immortal tradition. The purpose of the Taoist cultivation practice is to become immortal. This often against the question of what exactly is meant by immortality. So in Chinese, the word for immortal is Xian, which is an image of a person who lives on a mountain. History, many Taoist masters have read to themselves as a sign because they spent long hermitages in the mountains or anywhere in the nature, so cultivating their true humanity. So another word for immortal is 真人 in Chinese, means real or true human being. From the Chinese character, we can see the concept of an immortal is of one who has cultivated good health, happiness, and humanity, and embodies these qualities in everyday life.
Wow, that's wonderful. It sounds very holistic and really incorporating it not just as an exercise but as a way of life.
Yes, that's actually the important part of the cultivation.
Can you tell us a little bit about the 5 Elements Qigong course you will be offering on Discover the Fire?
Okay. So in the course I will teach you the 5 elements of the form of the 5 movements, and it is related background on 5 elements theory. So the 5 elements philosophy is the foundation of our Chinese wisdom tradition. So the five elements in wood, fire, earth, and water, and metal.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the five. So it also represents different stages of life, different part of body organ system. So the five elements is the element of represents the whole universal way.
And how does does this exercise of the five elements open up energy systems?
So from the Chinese medicine perspective, the body is an energetic system constructed of five subsystems. So that's the subsystems, five organ subsystems. That's liver, heart, spleen, lung, and kidney. So each subsystem represents one of the five elements. One of the goals of Qigong practice is to harmonize the five element energy in our body. So the body will maintain if the five element energies are in a balanced state.
And so, by being in balance, it sounds like that we can we take that into our daily life and have a more productive and healthy life.
Right. So by the practice, it can help us deeply communicate with the universal different kind of five elements, Qi, and the form also focus on the establishing the harmonious energy and enhancing health and vitality. So regular practice of these five elements Qigong form will help us awakening our consciousness and the five organs spiritual energy.
So you mentioned a regular practice. How often should one practice?
So daily practice will be the best. So as much as you can. So from like 30 minutes to 2 hours.
And is that daily?
5 minutes a day will be better than doing nothing.
Doing nothing. Okay. So the important part is to get started, and then once one starts to build on that.
Right. It can part of like a habit. You can start with a small amount of time, even few minutes a day. So it's better every day going on and feel benefits from practice.
And what about should women practice differently than men? Or is it all the same practice?
So in general, the practice is no different between man and woman. So you only need to do some minor adjustment for certain cases. For example, like during pregnancy or some women during their period or for some very intensive training. So I usually share those kind of different guidance for women if this comes up.
And what about children? Is it good for children too?
In general, no different, but for children, not too restrict, more have time to encourage their interest.
Okay.
That's it.
And what about any kind of? I guess it's very important to understand what the benefits are, rather than to just do a practice. And I guess that's all part of the cultivation, is to not just go through the exercises, but also to understand the underlying theory of what Qigong is all about. Can you just mention again what some of the benefits are for practicing on a regular basis?
So the practice, first, through the practice, the benefits were awakening our consciousness and the five organ spiritual energy. So that means usually we a lot of hidden energy in our whole life we're never aware, because for to read about the field, don't know really key about through practice you really can touch it and feel it, so that will change your consciousness. And also through the practice can help develop our healing abilities. So that improves your self-healing. Through practice can help you recover from the sickness, and also can help you build up your strong energy, to use your energy Qi to help others to the external Qi healing work. And also the important part is the benefits of maintaining a state of well-being and keep yourself in a good shape.
Mm-hmm. So it's good for people who may have an ailment to get healthy, but also for people who are already in good health to stay healthy.
Right.
Do you have any closing message for our listeners? Our time is just close to being up. Can you have any closing message for them if they're interested in your style of Qigong?
Yes, so the 5 elements Qigong is easy and fun to learn. So learning a Qigong form is usually not too difficult. It is the commitment to practice daily that can be challenging. So in my tradition, when you learn a new form, you practice it every day for 49 days in a row. There's no break. Usually 49 days is a special time period for transformation. So after 49 days, so you will find the results. So feel, oh, this form is really good for me. So it's really good for you, so keep practice. If you feel, oh, this doesn't really fit you well, so it's better to stop trying a different form, because there are so many different Qigong forms out there. So you don't have time like to practice everything in your life.
So easy and fun is that? Yeah, that sounds appealing in this day and age for sure. I want to thank you, Master Wu, for sharing your expertise in Qigong with us today. And to our listeners, if you want more energy and harmony in your life, look for Master Wu's 5 Elements class that will be available at discoverthefire.com.